Happy Friday, everyone. Meteorologist Zach Batten for the Bell Parker Weather Network. Hopefully, you made it through the week and are ready to get out and enjoy your weekend. So, let's go ahead and get started. We're going to skip right into your future radar for the day today. It's going to be a fairly quiet day, so not too much going on. We're starting off at 6 a.m. this morning. As we move through the day, you see we're quiet all the way through the afternoon and into the evening. You can see off to the southwest and at the beginnings of our system for the weekend are beginning to move in. And there's definitely been some changes between now and the last time we talked about it. So we'll go into that more here in just a minute. But as we go into the overnight hours, Friday and into Saturday, you see some showers do move in, especially early in the day on Saturday. They're fairly light for most of the day. There's a chance of a few thunderstorms, especially realistically about south of I-70 or so. North of I-70, you'll likely just see rain. And this is essentially kind of the first low pressure system that's going to move through. You can see the low pressure tracking realistically right up through here. So you've got your snow wrapping in on the backside and then your rain kind of everywhere else. But interestingly enough, what's going to happen is this first low moves to the northeast. It's going to kind of lose some steam. And then you see right at the end of the period here for this particular model, which is 7 o'clock Saturday night, you see a fair bit of moisture starting to stream in from the south. And there's actually going to be looks like a secondary area of low pressure that's going to develop down here to our south and kind of skirt up through West Virginia into Pennsylvania. And this is actually going to bring the bulk of our rain, I think, overnight Saturday and kind of through about the first half of the day on Sunday before things kind of begin to change over to snow. We'll go switch maps here. So this is starting. Jump ahead here to Saturday. So this is 10 o'clock Saturday. And you see this, the American model here it's a pretty different picture than what the previous model was showing. So I think more than likely this rain is fairly light. But as we go through the evening and into the day on Sunday, I do think a lot of that moisture that's streaming up from the south is streaming into particularly central and east Ohio. And then as we go through the day on Sunday, that begins to move out, and you do see some snow showers attempt to wrap in behind it. So really, the first half of the day on Sunday looks a little bit worse off than the second half. As far as snow goes, not expecting much in the way of accumulations once part of it does transition to snow. The best chance for any kind of sticking snow is going to be about far east Ohio and into Pennsylvania. Just doesn't look like for us there's going to be a ton of cold air that kind of wraps in behind. As you see, as the system does kind of continue to push off to the northeast, you do get a fair bit of heavy snow up here in the northeast. So we'll see how that develops. If we, real quick for fun, so part of the issue here is there's still some discrepancy in the models. So this is the North American model, which is just, one other model we can look at. So we're here on Friday, going through the day on Saturday. This is 1 o'clock on Saturday. See, this particular model, not a whole lot going on. Some few showers out there, but as we go through Saturday evening and into the overnight, you see there's the bulk of our moisture moving in. And then as that pushes off to the east, you see some of that does transition to snow and impacts primarily eastern Ohio. I feel like this is a little overdone for the snow, but even with this particular scenario, the snow accumulation is incredibly light for us. Obviously a little bit heavier off to the northeast, but so there's still a little bit of discrepancies in the models. So we'll see how things progress tomorrow, especially as those low systems really begin to develop and we can see where they're at. We'll be able to get a better idea. But for now, here's what we're looking at for your weekend. A chance of showers and thunderstorms for most of us, particularly near and south of I-70 on Saturday. Temperatures are going to be very warm in the 60s. There's a good chance that a few records, I don't think we'll break them necessarily, but we'll get close. I do know the record high for Toledo for Saturday is 60, so we're going to be right there. So we'll see if we manage to take a run at that. As we go through the day Saturday, mainly late in the day, those showers move in. The potential for thunderstorms as well, especially kind of more during the overnight, it looks like. And then we go through the day Sunday. Again, really the first half of the day is the big problem there, with rain eventually transitioning to snow for some of us. That cool air does filter in behind pretty quickly, so temperatures do kind of drop and stay colder for your day Sunday. And then on Monday, things are looking significantly better with plenty of sunshine for most of us. Eastern Ohio will likely see more clouds than sun. But overall, it'll be chilly, but it really won't be a bad way to start the week. So with that, I'm meteorologist Zach Batten for the Bell Park Weather Network. If we have any, significant changes or anything for this particular system moving in this weekend, we'll get an update out and go from there. But for now, I'm thinking it's mostly going to be a rainmaker. Some spots could pick up anywhere between 3/4 to an inch of rain, depending on where the moisture ultimately streams in, kind of how far east it starts. But I do think everybody does see some rain, and then there's some significant rain possible, and a few thunderstorms aren't out of the question. So with that, I hope you all have a fantastic weekend, and I will see you again on Monday.